Good morning, this is Jim. It's 7:15 in Zone 7, May 6th. 7:15 and Zone 7. So these are the black Gojis. Black Goji Berry. I started from seed. And I've lost a little bit if you look. They, I think maybe they got a little, I keep this floating row cover on them, protect them from squirrels who've gotten in there. Like this is squirrel damage down there. So I think the may have gotten too hot. I'm gonna have to work on that. And then these are my plants. This is cilantro, and I have this is summer crookneck squash here. This is a round zucchini. I won't go through all these. This is a melon. This is giant parsley. That's rutabaga. That's a Connecticut field pumpkin. There. Is that Connecticut field pumpkin? Yep, Connecticut field pumpkin. This is a Spanish moss. I'll put that in pots and sell, and out front on the near the curb. Hungarian heart tomatoes. I'll put this out in the field. Minnesota midgets. Orangelo watermelons. These are a couple varieties of peppers. You know, different tomatoes. This basil. More tomatoes, more squash. The hardy kiwis are doing, everything's doing good. I need to get all, I'm just behind because of my shoulder, my hand. I have to go back and get my hand operated on June 26th and my elbow. So I'm still not over the therapy for my shoulder, doing the rotator cuff surgery. I hear that takes like a year to recover, but anyway. So it is what it is. I just gotta bear with it and do the best I can. You know, I wish I could have gotten these blueberries out, but I'm just working on stuff. I'm gonna try to get a lot of this stuff out today. Got the gooseberries here, and then Chester blackberries. Only one made it through the winter time. All these plants, my edible nursery plants, I got last year and potted them up and put them in the wood chips to heal them over. So I did have some losses. Some weren't quite as hardy as other ones. These are the Josta berries. I did plant some that. I started a nursery plot down here I'll walk down to. But the Josta berries are just prolific. They're really doing good, and they're in very small pots. Now, these are the Chicago hardy figs. I thought I'd lost them all, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 6 that did come back, so that's not too bad. I'm going to find some places for them. Ken's kiwi, hardy kiwi. I think I got 2 or 3 came back in here. I have to weed them, you know. So they weren't too good. All my male plants, kiwis, they didn't come back. I'll buy some more before winter time. And these are legacy blueberries. They don't do quite as well as the Drapers, but I'm anxious to put them out and see what they'll do for me. Now over on this side, I have my Hascaps. I have 4 different varieties of Hascaps. The smallest being the Tundra Hascaps right here. So these are plants that didn't make it through the winter. Trailing rosemary right here in pots I'm going to take out. Now the indigo gem looks like indigo treat, and in the back here there's real tall ones are the Czech varieties. So I'm going to try to get all these planted today, all my Hascaps planted today. Now these are elderberries in here. These are Sambucus canadensis. So they're sort of a common one. And these are my pawpaws right here in this line. Some magnolias, gardenias, some. I also purchased plants that aren't patented and I can make cuttings of. So I have PG hydrangeas, Annabelle hydrangeas. I also have in here, I have a couple more varieties of figs and Isaiah kiwis. So I need to get all these planted also. You have a lot of planting to do and not enough hand to do it with. That's a little bit of a problem, but you know, you do what you can do. So over here, I'm going to bypass my strawberry patch and ankle biter bees there for a minute. Of course, I have some blackberries, 3 different varieties of blackberries in this row. It's suggested you keep your blackberries and your raspberries apart. Now I put these wood chips on either side because they're still decomposing, they're a little hot. So I'm going to wait like another 2 weeks. With all the rain we've had every day, they should lose the decomposition here pretty soon. Now, oh, you know what? Let's walk down there because I'll show you some common comfrey I planted. Now I've spread diatomaceous earth, pardon me, on the strawberries because a lot of slugs and ants were getting in there. So I did it before it rained 3 days ago, then it rained and we had one good day, and now it's rained again last night. But as soon as it dries back up, it'll be effective again and start killing some of the ants and slugs. Now over here, I have cannas I sell also. I had to dig them up. Look, bees are starting. It's a good sign. That's a nuke right there I made. I have a few nukes. Here's a couple more blackberries. This is a hugel mound. I have some squash up in there and a watermelon there. I made a ditch here for the water to run down and get caught over here. I put some horseradish in here and comfrey in here. So common comfrey. So I'm going to dig the common comfrey out before I get too many roots on it and transplant it, because I don't want to take it. I don't want it taking over this area. Now you can see the little squash plants right here. A couple other different type of plants, and this is a little nursery bed here. I have to weed, has some hydrangea and other things I'm going to propagate, take some cuttings from later on. The wood chip guy, my wood chip guy, he's weather holds him back too. And he put a pile over there. But he's going to put, hey, good morning birds. He's going to put a couple more piles over here. You know, I'm going to cover all this with wood chips in here because this is sort of my road right here. Comes down here. That pile right there is, there's a well there. My well pipe, I have to put a pump on it. But in here, from those tall plants are Josta berries. I have Josta berries, some everything, gooseberries. I actually have some kiwi here, hardy kiwi. So everything I want to, I have varieties, a general variety, mix of varieties I want to propagate from. So I have leaves down. Now I don't know how this will work here at this one, but normally I can go up to wherever I have leaves down. And the reason I like using leaves is because the worms will come up, they'll start eating the leaves, and they stay there eating the leaves. And the leaves keep the moisture in the ground. That's why the worms come up, to get to eat the leaves, and they're moist, so it's a good environment for them. I'm way behind on my blueberries. Well, I mean, I'm behind weeding my blueberries. I have, this little house cat needs to be saved. But I have wood chips in here. I just haven't spread them. And here's my blueberries. It's not ripe yet. They're not ripe yet. Now, I have to get some netting before the little birds see. And the birds be out here eating all the blueberries. It's not good. And of course, all these weeds aren't good for the blueberries either. So, you can only do so much with like one hand. Yeah. Well, now here's a row of tomatoes I put in. Oh, you might be interested in this. This is alfalfa pellets right here. And I have pelletized, pasteurized chicken pellets in here also. So I have to cover everything back up with the leaves. I'll bring some leaves up here on this side from my pile down there. I have a couple piles of leaves in there. Put it in there, and from this pile I put it on top of the dirt. There's a dirt I dug out of the holes. And the dirt's pretty poor. It's a clay sand type thing, soil. Now, there's nothing here to over here. But then I have a row, I have different items in here. Like this is a watermelon, squash. I interplanted watermelon. Like that's a watermelon, that's a squash. And it goes down to a couple different stakes. I'm going to end the video here and take another video down at the bottom. Video 2 is coming up.